Good morning. Dr. Tom Gerard here, and I'd like to welcome you to Business Statistics. This class is required for your degree in Business Administration and some of the other degrees at Rogers State University. I'm a professor in the Business Department, and I'd like to welcome you to this class, and I'd also like to go over a few things in the class, especially since we are beginning our coursework in the Blackboard system this year. And so some of you maybe have used Blackboard before, even in another school or at one of our pilot programs in the spring or spring or summer. But many of you, this may be the first time you're in Blackboard. So I want to go through some of the things in this course so that you can see how it kind of operates for this specific class. Now, there will be some things that's consistent among all the professors at Rogers State, but there are other things that each professor does a little differently. So I'm going to go through how this particular course is set up real quick for you. All right, let's go to my screenshot. Now, this should be, here is your business statistics course. This says master because this is just our shell that we keep them in. You have here, now you may or may not see all of these things. I have it wide open right now, but as you'll see, we have week 1 and 2, week 3, 4, and etc. You might have teachers that call it modules or whatever they call it. However, these may not be viewable because there's a date range. In other words, you may not see week 3 until week 3. In this particular course, this may be set up by your professor on when these are going to open up. On mine, I typically open up everything at least 2 weeks in advance. In my particular course, you have 2 weeks to do your work. So, and that, for me, eliminates people that, oh, I didn't have time, I didn't get to it, I need an extension. You have 2 weeks for almost everything that I can think of, other than, of course, the final exam, which is 1 week, or actually less than a week, Monday through Friday of the final week. So let's take a look at this Blackboard. Now, you'll notice over here, when you start, it says start here, welcome. This is where you need to start in all of your courses. Some courses, it will require you to go through this before you can even move on. Here, you'll notice over here on the right, there's a little drop down. And when we click the drop down, it opens up all of these things. Now, this little page looking thing means that there's just content in there. That means it's not really an assignment. This little picture normally determines what type of material this is. So here we have start here. And some of this is a little bit redundant. This will talk about the course, start here, what you need to do first. Right here, things to do to get started, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to go through all of that right now. I just want to briefly show you how the Blackboard system works. Now I'm going to go out of that. Now we're going to go to welcome. Now this video I'm making right now is going to go right here. And then this is welcome. And it's got a little bit of information about me or your professor if you have a different professor. Okay, now course overview. This talks about when it starts, when it ends. As you can see, this says January. It's not set up yet. Purpose of the course, different objectives. The one thing you'll find almost all of the information you need in the syllabus, which is the next thing. The one thing that I put actually in this course overview is the chapters that we go through in the book. So if you need an overview of where we're headed or what you're going to be covering, it really is, this is the chapters of the book. However, quite frankly, what you really need to be aware of is the syllabus. The syllabus is the most important thing, has all the information. Now, I have put a downloadable syllabus. You can download it here and print it off or whatever you like to do. However, all the information is in here. This, again, is about me, my office hours. I'm always on campus for the most part. 9 out of 10 times I'm on campus during those hours in my office. And so now here's the course description, learning objectives. All of your courses, you should have learning objectives. Here's the textbook. Now, for this particular course, I'm going to tell you, it says what you need here is you do not need to purchase the book unless you just want to. It's available online. Once you log in to the system, you're going to be logged into the Cengage. This is a, sorry, it says Cengage. It's actually Connect, McGraw-Hill Connect. You'll log into the Connect system, and then you will be able to access this material. Okay, there will be a e-version of the book there. In other words, in fact, part of the assignment is to go through the e-book that's online, and we'll see that here in just a moment. So if you don't need to purchase a book, you don't need to. You can get the use the e-version that's online that comes with your access to McGraw-Hill Connect. Or if you want to purchase a what they call a loose leaf, which is just a paperback that you can put in a binder, you can buy that directly from McGraw-Hill at a much discounted price. Or maybe you can just go to the school bookstore and purchase it too. Okay, course requirements, assignments. There will be a final project in this class. I have videos on that as you go through the course on what that entails. Teaching method, grading. Where I really want to go with this particular thing for now is on all of my classes. I don't know about the other professors, but I put this is like a spreadsheet, and it tells you the week, the due dates for that material, the chapter, and what is required in that chapter, and what the points are. Okay, so here you have, for this particular course, you have an assignment, which is really homework. You have the smart book reading, which is, like I said, it's just really taking you to read the material in the book. Always do the smart book first, then go ahead and do the assignment. There's a tolerance on the assignment, so if you're off by 1 decimal point or something like that, then it should allow you to get credit. Now, and then there's an assessment for each chapter. So you have 3 things minimum for each chapter. Now, there will be weeks where you can see here in week 7, there is no chapters. We use, for me particularly, and again, it may be different if you have a different instructor, I keep weeks 7 and 8 to get caught up because, you know, we got chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and by then in this particular course, your mind may be spinning around and you're thinking, oh my Lord, what did I get myself into? But anyway, we have some time to get caught up there, and then we move on. You will be presenting and when you get to this point where it says your project, this is a form assignment. You will tell me what it is you're going to do for your final project, and we will communicate back and forth until it is accepted. And once you tell me, once we both agree that this is a viable project for you. Now, don't get all worked up on a project. This is not writing a giant essay or nothing. It's going to be, it's something you have to do, and you will see here, if you look at this, the final exam is worth 400 points. So you can see how many points each things are worth. The final exam is worth 400 points. It's a comprehensive multiple choice exam. Then you have your project data. This here 300 final project and Excel data. This is all one thing, really. So it's 400 points for the project, 400 points for the final. So if you miss something in the course, don't freak out. You know, just continue to move forward, knowing that this final week, you can see here, this is week 16, due on the 9th. That's a Friday, by the way. Almost all of these are Sunday evenings. I give you till Sunday night to have everything turned in. However, this final 9th week, of course, is due on Friday because that's the end of the semester. There are some extra credit opportunities that I include because I know that this is a challenging class for many people, and I have also videos on that I talk about that you'll see in Module 1. In fact, let's go there now so I don't continue too much. So always refer to this. When is this due? What is required? How many points is it worth? Should all be right here. I'm in the syllabus section. Now the rest of this, you know, your course material, I actually will say this. For course material, again, the book, don't have to purchase it. You can use the online version if you like. The other thing you'll need is Microsoft Excel. The Microsoft 365 comes free as a student at Rogers State. However, you will need to download the Excel to your computer. You can do that. It is no charge. to do that with your 365 subscription. You will need to add the data analysis toolpak, and I have a video here on how to do that. So it's just an add-in to Excel. There's no extra charge. It's part of Excel, but it normally isn't just set up automatically. You need to go in and set it up, and here's the video on how to do that. All right, let's go back, course materials, and then we have a bunch of the standard stuff that's in every one of your courses. This particular class, I have a section that's called Extra Help for Statistics and Connect. You can see that here. Now, I will show you anywhere you see this little thing that looks, whatever that looks like, I don't know, looks like a little racetrack to me, or maybe an eyeball that's squinting, I don't know. That means it's connected. This means when you click on this, it's going to take you right to the Connect platform where you can watch some videos. Now, these are just orientation. There's no score for this. A little bit of review on Excel, math, and orientation on using the Connect system. Most of you, if you've used it, you don't have to do this. It's just there for you if you need to. No points or anything for there. Extra credit opportunities. I have several assignments that you can do for extra credit as you go through the class. Okay, so these will not all be open probably in the very beginning of the course because you have to cover the material first. Okay, so I have week 1 and 2 as 1 week because I know the first week everybody is becoming acclimated. Now, you'll notice each one of these things on the Blackboard that I do in my courses. You have an overview. It'll tell you specifically, and again, I won't open all these for time's sake, but it will tell you what is required this particular week. It will tell you the objectives. Here is week 1 and 2 lecture. I will have videos many times for this specific class, some that I've done and some that here's how to, this is week 1, of course, how to add the Excel toolpak, data analysis toolpak, where do I start, things you need to know, business statistics, and what is statistics. These are not, there's no points or anything for this. This is for your information. That is under week 1 and 2 lecture, week 1 and 2 resources. This is typically going to be a PowerPoint from the book. In this particular class, I have included some Excel spreadsheets as we go through that you can use to calculate some of the stuff. And I talk about that in that video that we just saw there about how I try to minimize you doing a whole bunch of math. That you don't have to do math on a pencil and paper or a scientific calculator or nothing like that. I don't want you to, take all semester long sometimes to learn how to operate just the calculator. Okay, introduction video. A forum. This little thing you see, it looks like this. It's a meaning of forum. These are, again, just information, no grades. And then you'll see the little racetrack or whatever you want to call it. That means it's connecting to Connect. Now, the beauty of this, and those of you who have been at Rogers State in the past and done things in Cengage or Connect or Pearson or whatever the publisher is, and you have to go back and forth. You're in my RSU, then you go to Connect, and then you're back to RSU, and the grades never match. In this system, everything should match. So as soon as you go over here and do the assignment, when you click on this, and I don't want to do it because it's probably not working, but this is going to take you right over to the Connect platform. You're going to do your work, you're going to submit your work, and then it will automatically update your grade. And there's a grade book button up here at the top that says, this is where your grades are going to be. Okay, there's also messages. As long as I'm up here, I'll talk about this. There's messages that I will send out messages every now and then. A message will be, I will always, if I give you a message about anything, it's going to send you an email. This is so that you don't say, I never heard that, or I didn't know that. Well, it's going to send you a message in this Blackboard. It's also going to send you an email. And so, you'll have multiple information if I do have to contact you for anything. And you can see there's some other stuff in there. Okay, let's go back. So now you'll see kind of how this is laid out. So every chapter or every week, let's go to week 3. 1, 2, 3. information. So overview is what you have to do. Lecture is if there's any videos. Again, sometimes it's my videos, sometimes it's one I put in that from other people that might help you. Again, not required, just there for your information. Week 3 might be spreadsheets and or PowerPoints. The little icon there takes you to Connect. You do the homework in Connect and you come back to Blackboard. Always go from Blackboard to Connect. If you go in, and this is one of the things I found in my summer class, that if you go directly to Connect, in other words, you go to McGraw-Hill and log in to do your work, you will still see the class there and be able to do the work. However, the grades may not come back. The way the grades come back is it's connected. Connect is connected to this in Blackboard. So if I go to McGraw-Hill and do the work, and I submit it, and I got 100%. Over here, it might say 0, like you didn't do it, and there's no back and forth. So if that happens, please let me know. I can fix the grade manually. However, if you always go through here, and see, so now it's going to try to go over there. I don't want to. The first time you'll probably, have to register or whatever with the Connect. All right, let's see. This is really straightforward. I got mine in 16 weeks, 15 weeks. Then we got the 16th week. It says review and final exam. We already discussed that, worth lots of points. Here's the overview. Here is your research data that is for your project. You're going to gather some data. That'll all be explained as you go through the course. Gather some data. Do some statistical things with it. You're going to use Excel, that data analysis toolpak, to do it. And then you're going to answer some questions. This says final research project, but it's really just going in and answering questions. And this is done right here in Blackboard. You see this little icon. You notice it doesn't have the Connect. The final exam is obviously in Connect. It's multiple choice, comprehensive over all the chapters. This is a assignment that's actually in Blackboard. So you will do that right here. Again, even though I say it's not, this is in Connect, you're going to connect from here, okay? Don't try to just go to McGraw. Okay, this will just be some questions, and again, I'll cover this in more detail. I think it's chapter 11 or week 11, thereabouts, where we actually begin to really get into that, maybe week 10. Okay, so that's really an overview. You can always close this up and open as you wish, just to make it see. Now over here there's some more stuff. Then I'm not sure if you have all the same things seeing here. If you're an on-ground class, if you have my statistics on ground, then there will be attendance, which is not showed in this video, but there is an attendance component to this. All right, so that's a real quick overview. I know it's 18 minutes, but hopefully this helps you, especially if you've never used Blackboard or this is all new to you. Please watch the video there in chapter 1 that I talk about things you need to know, because it's really there to set you at ease. A lot of people have anxiety when they got, oh my gosh, I got to take statistics this semester. And it is a prerequisite for some of your other classes that you need to take. So you need to take it. You need to get a C. It's not a general ed course. It is for your major, most likely. If you're taking it and it's not for your major, then you don't necessarily have to get a C. But in the business department, it is a required course and you will need to get a C. Again, I'm here to help you. I believe in your success. I want you to succeed. There's many resources for you. Number one, I can help you. And I'm always on campus, or I can do a Zoom call if we need to. You email me is the best way to contact me. If otherwise, especially if you're online and you're not on campus. The other thing is tutor.com is free. Use tutor.com with this course. Also, we may have a tutor on campus. Now, I'm not sure because we haven't started the semester yet, and sometimes those tutors, and maybe you're the one, are hard to find, tutors for statistics, but maybe you're the one that'll do it, right? And that's okay because we need tutors for statistics, right? But sometimes we do have someone on campus, a student, or somebody that can act as a tutor for you. And again, I don't believe there's any charge for that. We want you to succeed. We want you to pass the class so you can move on with your other courses that you have to take. And if you need anything, please contact me. And I hope you really enjoy the class, because believe it or not, I really love this stuff. Okay, we'll see you. Thank you.